A forest is a truly wonderful place. It is a large area of land. Many trees grow closely together here. These trees can be very tall, reaching up to the sky, or they can be smaller, forming a dense green carpet. When you walk into a forest, you feel a special kind of quiet. The light changes, filtered by the leaves above. It is a world quite different from our towns and cities. Forests are ancient. Some have stood for thousands of years. They are found all over our planet, in hot places and in cold places. Each one is unique, a living, breathing part of our Earth, full of secrets and beauty waiting to be discovered. But a forest is so much more than just a collection of trees. It is a complex, living community. It is a home for countless animals, from the tiniest insects to the largest mammals. Birds build their nests high in the branches. Small creatures scurry on the forest floor, hidden among the fallen leaves. Everything is connected in this intricate web of life. Our planet is home to many different kinds of forests. They are not all the same. Each type has its own special character, its own unique climate, and its own community of plants and animals. These green giants cover almost a third of the Earth's land surface. They are all beautiful in their own way, from the dense, humid rainforests to the cool, quiet northern woods. Understanding these differences helps us appreciate the incredible diversity of life on Earth. It shows us how nature adapts to different conditions. These forests are like different rooms in a giant greenhouse, each with its own wonders. First, let us talk about tropical forests. These are found near the Earth's middle, the equator. It is always warm in these forests, and it rains a lot, almost every day in some places. This warmth and water mean that plants can grow all year round. Tropical rainforests are famous for having more types of trees than any other forest. They are incredibly rich in life. So many different species of plants and animals live here. It is a vibrant, bustling world, a place of constant growth and renewal. The air is thick with moisture and the sounds of unseen creatures. Then there are the temperate forests. These forests grow in parts of the world that have 4 distinct seasons. Forests do something amazing for all of us, every single day. They help us breathe. Trees, through a wonderful natural process, produce the oxygen that we need to live. Every breath we take contains oxygen that may have come from a tree, perhaps in a forest far away. It is a gift from the green world. Without forests, the air we breathe would be very different, and life as we know it would not be possible. So these vast expanses of trees are not just beautiful, they are essential for our survival. They are truly the lungs of our planet, working tirelessly. How do trees make this life-giving oxygen? It is a kind of magic powered by the sun. This process is called photosynthesis. Trees take in water from the soil through their roots. They take in a gas called carbon dioxide from the air through their leaves. And they use energy from sunlight to turn this water and carbon dioxide into sugars. These sugars are their food, helping them to grow. And as a wonderful byproduct of this process, they release oxygen back into the air. It is a perfect system. Forests are not just important for the air we breathe. They are also crucial guardians of the land itself. The roots of trees and other forest plants spread deep and wide into the ground. These roots act like a net. They hold the soil together firmly. This prevents the soil from being washed away by rain or blown away by the wind. Think of the roots as strong, invisible hands gripping the earth. This protection is especially important on slopes and hillsides. Without this woody embrace, the land would be much more vulnerable. When heavy rain falls on bare ground without trees, it can cause big problems. The water rushes over the surface, carrying away the rich topsoil. This is called soil erosion. This lost soil often ends up in rivers and lakes. It can make the water muddy and harm the creatures living there. It also means the land becomes less fertile. It becomes harder for plants to grow and harder for farmers to grow food. Forests, with their protective canopy of leaves and their network of roots, slow down the rain. They allow it to soak gently into the ground. This helps to prevent erosion and keeps the soil healthy. Forests also play a vital role in the Earth's water cycle. Climate keepers and life's cradle, regulation and biodiversity. Forests have a powerful influence on our Earth's climate. They act like natural thermostats, helping to regulate temperatures. On a hot day, the shade from a forest canopy can make the air feel much cooler. Trees also release water vapor into the air, as we have learned. This process of transpiration has a cooling effect on the surrounding area. Large forests can even influence regional weather patterns. They can help to make climates more stable and less extreme. They are like giant green air conditioners, working silently to keep our planet comfortable. This role is becoming even more critical as our world warms. Beyond local cooling, forests interact with the global climate system in complex ways. They absorb vast amounts of solar radiation, preventing the land surface from heating up too much. The dark green color of their leaves is very efficient at this. They also affect wind patterns. And, as we know, they store enormous quantities of carbon. By keeping this carbon locked away in their wood and soil, they prevent it from entering the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. This helps to slow down the rate of global warming. The lush tropics, a world of green. Let us journey now to the tropical rainforests. These are perhaps the most famous forests of all. Found around the Earth's equator in places like the Amazon in South America, the Congo Basin in Africa, and across Southeast Asia. Here, it rains almost every day. This creates perfect conditions for plants to grow. Tropical rainforests are bursting with life. They are the most diverse ecosystems on land. The trees grow incredibly tall. Competing for sunlight, they form a dense green canopy. This canopy can be so thick that very little sunlight reaches the forest floor. Down below it is often dark and humid. The air is filled with the sounds of birds, insects, and monkeys. Each layer has its own unique community of plants and animals. The animals that live in tropical rainforests are truly amazing, and there are so many of them. Monkeys and sloths swing through the branches. Brightly colored birds, like parrots and toucans, flash through the air. The changing seasons, temperate forests. Now let us explore the temperate forests. These beautiful woodlands are found in regions of the world that experience 4 distinct seasons. Think of North America, much of Europe, and parts of East Asia and South America. Here the summers are warm and the winters are cool or cold. Spring brings new growth and awakening life. Autumn or fall brings a spectacular transformation. The conditions are not as constant as in the tropics, but these forests are still rich in life, and they have a unique charm that changes throughout the year, a rhythm of growth, decay, and rebirth. One of the most striking features of many temperate forests is the seasonal change in the leaves of deciduous trees. Trees like oaks, maples, and beeches have broad leaves. In the spring and summer, these leaves are green and busy, making food for the tree. But as autumn approaches and the days get shorter and cooler, the leaves stop making food. They change color, turning into brilliant shades of red, yellow, orange, and brown. This creates breathtaking landscapes. Eventually, the leaves fall to the ground, forming a rich carpet. The trees then rest during the cold winter months, waiting for spring to return. The animals that live in temperate forests are well adapted to these changing seasons. The Great Northern Wilderness, boreal forests. Our final forest journey takes us to the far north, to the vast boreal forests. These are also known by their Russian name, taiga. They form a huge, continuous belt across the northern parts of North America, Europe, and Asia, just south of the treeless Arctic tundra. The climate here is harsh. Winters are very long, dark, and extremely cold. Snow can cover the ground for many months. Summers are short, though they can be surprisingly warm during the long daylight hours. Life in the boreal forest is a true test of endurance. It is a realm of quiet majesty. The trees that dominate the boreal forest are mainly conifers. These are evergreen trees like pine, spruce, fir, and larch. They are perfectly adapted to survive the cold and snow. Their needle-like leaves have a waxy coating. This helps to reduce water loss, which is important when the ground is frozen. Their cone shape helps them to shed heavy snow, preventing their branches from breaking. Unlike deciduous trees, most conifers keep their needles all year round. This means they can start making food as soon as the weather warms up in spring. They stand as dark green sentinels against the white snow. If we look at a map of our world, we see these great green belts. Our forests in peril, threats, and hope. Despite their beauty, our forests face serious threats. Deforestation is a major danger. Trees are cut down on a massive scale. Forests are cleared for farms, roads, and towns. Wood is used for timber and paper. Some logging is sustainable, but much is not. Large areas of forest disappear every minute. This loss happens worldwide. It is a worrying trend for our planet. Climate change is another major threat. Warmer Earth changes weather patterns. Some forests face severe droughts. This makes them vulnerable to wildfires. Others suffer from storms and floods. Rising temperatures spread pests and diseases. Some trees may not adapt quickly. This could shift forest growth areas or lead to the loss of ecosystems. It is a complex and urgent problem. Destroyed forests have far-reaching consequences. Animals lose their homes and food sources.